to Community Hotline. I'm Monica Weitzel. We're here at MetroEast Community Media in Gresham. And now we're going to have a fun time with a couple of segments here all about Portland Ultimate. And with me to represent Portland Ultimate, we have Mike Morin. You are the VP of Youth. And Emily Flanders, the Secretary and Women's Coordinator for Portland Ultimate. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I love this. So it's sort of last minute because we had a cancellation. So after you two are on, we have a couple more people from Portland Ultimate going to share about the youth programs, correct? Portland Ultimate is all about the disc, and you've got one there, right?
Yeah.
Tell us what it's about. Tell us about your organization. Like, why? What's the mission? Is it about fun?
Yeah, so we're out to essentially provide the community with the opportunity to play Ultimate, provide leagues and tournaments and different events. We keep things pretty affordable, and Ultimate itself is also a pretty affordable sport, so we try to make it so that as many people in Portland and the area surrounding can be involved.
It's a good point you mentioned about affordable. As a non-commercial station, we can't say prices on the air, but I was thinking about this sport versus a lot of other sports that are out there. This has got to be a lot less expensive, am I right?
Totally.
I mean, there's the equipment. Is there anything besides this? Do you wear?
Generally, you have cleats and a jersey, and one of the biggest things that makes it affordable, it's self-officiated. So we don't pay for referees, because usually the cost for sport is half fields, half officials, and we don't have officials.
So how do you keep everybody in line and keep them from cheating and everything else? What do you do?
Do you want to do that?
Sure. The players know the rules. So there's sort of a it's called spirit of the game, and essentially it's an honor system within the Ultimate community where when you call a foul, say Mike hits me while I'm trying to throw the disc, and I call a foul on him, he's going to say either, yeah, I fouled you, no contest, or he's going to say, contest, I didn't foul you. And there's a different set of rules for what goes on after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's kind of like being in grade school and being a self-manager. Oh,
Yes.
I'm a self-manager. That's nice. That's nice, though. So what's the whole feel of the group that participates in this? I mean, we have some pictures, and I want to take a look at them, and you can bring them up anytime, but it looks like a lot of fun.
It is different. I've played a lot of sports in different places, a lot in Portland, played soccer and basketball, and Ultimate has a really community feel to it.
Yeah.
So like, we'll have thousands of people in one of our leagues, and I would know maybe 5 or 6 players on every other team and be close friends with a good number of them.
Yeah.
So those are kids playing right there, yeah. So
They look like they're having fun.
Yeah. So it's different in sports that you're not like just going out and trying to beat another team. You're actually playing against your friends. You want to win the game, but at the end of the day, it's a community, and people like really know. And I mean, we have people that move to town here, and they'll play Ultimate, and they show up, and then within like 2 weeks, they have like 100 friends.
Wow.
Which is
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that was me.
That was you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really? So where did you move from?
Illinois.
And it was good, huh?
Yeah.
Did you play in Illinois?
Yeah, I did.
And was it like that there, too?
Yeah, definitely. There was a really good, I played a lot in Central Illinois. That's where I went to college, and sort of all those Central Illinois schools and teams had like their own sort of group, and everybody knew each other from different schools, and a lot of people from that group in Illinois now live out in Portland, and we're still in touch.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So you guys associate outside of just the games, and do
Yeah.
you have tournaments? How's it structured as far as playing? How often do you play?
So we have leagues and we have tournaments, and so they're on kind of 2 different levels. So the leagues, we have leagues for beginners, intermediate, and advanced players, and then we have tournaments, and the tournaments usually broke into beginner and advanced as well.
Okay. I imagine you're both advanced.
She's an elite player. She travels the country and wins games.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I'm in the coaching sphere mostly right now.
He's also good at Ultimate.
Yeah, I bet he is.
So the tournaments will go away for a weekend, like we have one in Hood River coming up this weekend, and they rented fields and campsites, and so the players go down and they play tournament all day long, and then they go to the campsite and hang out and have a party at the campsites.
Party all night.
Yep, and then they come back on Sunday and play again. And there's levels for high-level players playing and like intermediate teams as well playing at those.
That sounds like fun. How many players, do you have any idea how many players there are in the Portland metro area? I mean, do you have any clue?
So we have 2,800 people that have played in one of our leagues, and that would include people coming from out of town to play as well. in our tournaments, and that includes our youth and adults.
Wow. So that's a big deal. So where do you play? All over different parks around town?
Yeah, mostly we play in different parks around town. It's essentially wherever we can find space for our leagues. We,
So if you're playing for a league, like right now, do you play for a league? Do you?
I play for a club team right now, and so we use some of the parks in town to practice. And
You have club teams too, huh?
yeah.
Obviously, this is something I don't know very much about. So tell me about, if somebody wanted to play Ultimate, do they have to be particularly athletic? I mean, I mean, you have to be in pretty good shape. It seems like to play, but do you have to have any special skills?
Yeah, so the beauty of Ultimate is there's sort of a place on the field for everybody. So if you're somebody who's really athletic and fast, you can be a cutter, and that's somebody who does most of the running.
Okay.
If you're somebody who's maybe not quite as fast but specializes a little bit more in throws, you can be a handler, and they're the people who throw to the cutters and then get the disc back and throw to the cutters again.
Wow. So there's a whole game.
Yeah.
And how long is a game usually last? I mean, do you call it a game? What do you call it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're about an hour and a half, depending on the league, what kind of tournament you're playing in. Some are longer, some are shorter, but.
If you're one of the cutters, you're exhausted by the end of it, or probably any
Yep.
of them. I mean, it's very, very active and very athletic, and it seems like it would really keep you in good shape.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part of doing it? Why are you an elite player and go around the country doing that? I mean, what's the best part?
I think it's kind of a combination of the people that I've met playing. I've just met a lot of really great people. A lot of my best friends in the world come from the Ultimate community. I've always kind of been a very competitive person. I grew up playing soccer, and with Ultimate, it's great. Like soccer, to play at an elite level at my age, you have to be really good. And so with Ultimate, I mean, you still get to play like at the top level, and it's a lot of fun.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
So if people are interested in joining, don't have to have any experience, or should you have experience? You said there's a beginning league?
So we have beginning where they'll actually have a coach come out and they'll teach you how to play. We call it Skills League, and so.
So that you could have like a whole bunch of people?
You can sign up with some friends, but the team will be provided for you. You just sign up and they put you on a team, and then you show up and the coach will kind of teach you how to play, and then you'll play some games. You'll get a jersey like this one, and you'll have a lot of fun too.
That's nice, because I know a lot of times people are intimidated to start a new sport, especially if they are a little bit older. What would you say the age range is for people playing Ultimate? I mean, I can't see myself playing it, but
I mean, so we have kids who are playing right now who are in second grade, third grade, and then I had a guy on my team who was in his 60s
really?
this season. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is impressive. You don't probably have a lot of people in their 60s. I don't
No, not as many. I would probably say it tapers off in the late 40s, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a Masters team from Portland who just qualified for nationals this past week, so those are all players in their 30s and 40s.
Is this an international sport?
Oh, very much so.
Is it going to be in the Olympics?
We actually just got turned down for the 2020
Really?
Olympics. Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of these days.
Yeah, I was going to say, it seems to be popular enough and really fun. It'd be fun to watch.
Sometime in the past couple years, they got IOC, which is the International Olympic Committee recognition, and so that goes a long way.
So that's a step toward it being an Olympic event.
Yeah.
One of the big things the Olympics really likes about it is that it's a very good co-ed sport. So men and women play on the field together, and it's much more equitable than other sports.
And why is that? Is it a contact sport at all? Is it? I mean, obviously there's some if you're hitting hitting her when she's trying to throw it or whatever. But there's not like tackling or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, but it is. A woman can equally compete with a man. You feel?
I mean, sure.
You can probably.
So they'll have a ratio on the field. If there's 7 players in the field, you have 4 men and 3 women, or 4 women and 3 men, and so it's balanced in both teams. And because you're not you can't run around with the disc and there's no contact, and you have to throw the disc to move it, you have to use your teammates. So it's not like soccer where you can have a guy who can just dribble through everybody.
Right.
You have to throw to other people in order to score. And so that involves both genders really well.
Quite a bit of teamwork then.
Yeah.
I mean, you really have to know what other people's strengths are and
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think it sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So people can come and watch. You probably get a lot of people who show up just to watch you play, huh?
Yeah, that would be a good time to say your.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so now on the men's side, they have professional ultimate, and they have people who come out and watch that. And women's hasn't quite gotten to that level yet, but we do have an all-star game coming up. We just announced that it's going to happen on July 29th. We don't have a location yet, but we'll blast details when we get it.
Okay, so July 29th, a women's tournament.
So it's the top college players from all around the country are playing on a team, and they're touring the country and playing against the top women's club teams from different cities. So they're going to be playing against the Portland team, Schwa. That's the team I play for. So,
wow.
Yeah, it'll be pretty great.
That'll be exciting. Where do you think it might be? Where do you play most often? Is there like a?
It'll probably be at a stadium somewhere in Portland. That's about the best I can give you.
So, but we could go to the website, which is
Yeah.
Portland Ultimate. Is it Portland Ultimate? Yeah, portlandultimate.org.
Yeah.
And you'll have the information there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very
And we have a
fun.
Facebook page too. That we'll have it there as well.
Yes, I liked it. Right, that's great. I'm gonna let you two go. We're gonna come back with a couple people to talk more about the youth leagues and the summer camps. So thank you very much. Maybe we'll see you out at the women's the All-Star tournament. That sounds like fun. So if you want to find out more, go to portlandultimate.org. Check out their website. Check out their Facebook page, and maybe we'll see you out at one of the games. So don't go away. We'll be right back with more.
What local community media is to us is literally our lifeline to what's going on in the lives around us.
The absolute most important thing that happens in your neighborhood.
People's local communities are usually what's most important to them.
Because we're the faces, the smiles, the peoples, and the personalities of the community.
To not only give people a voice, but to have their voice heard.
Local government is a very important part of our daily lives. You might think the decisions that affect us most are made in Washington, D.C., but frequently what happens at the local level has the biggest impact. Safe and clean streets and parks, local ballot measures to ensure funding for police. These are just a few of the issues that matter most. At MetroEast, we provide gavel-to-gavel coverage of local government so you can see what's happening in your East County cities. Watch city councils, planning commissions, and school boards on these cable channels or online.
Hi, and welcome back to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel. We're here in Gresham at MetroEast Community Media. We're going to continue talking about Portland Ultimate. It's a great game, and it sounds like a lot of fun. To continue talking about it, we have Aaron Hersey. You are the youth director, correct?
For Portland Ultimate, yep.
That's wonderful. And Felix Morin, you are a participant in the league and the summer camps and all the good stuff going on.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks both of you for being here. Aaron, maybe you could start out telling us a little bit about the youth involvement. How old do people have to be to get involved, and how do they become involved?
We have kids. Mostly we take kids 3rd grade up through 12th grade, under 19. But by all means, if there's a 1st or 2nd grader who has a parent who throws the disc with them all the time, they can come out and play with us.
Nice.
Any age group really.
Okay.
And yeah.
Unless they can walk
Yeah.
walk and throw their good.
I've seen a few 3-year-olds who can throw the disc, 30, 40 yards.
I bet you have.
Growing up with Ultimate parents.
Have you grown up with Ultimate?
No, I
Did your
have
parents
not.
ever do
I
that?
actually did not learn how to play Ultimate until I was 16.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
There was a outreach that Portland Ultimate had done in 2004, and I happened to go with it with one of my best friends, and we've been pretty hooked on Ultimate ever since then.
Wow, wow. So are you from this area?
Yeah, I actually grew up just south of Portland.
Okay, okay. How about you, Felix? Your dad is the one who was just on the show with us here a few minutes ago. So I assume he's the one that got you kind of hooked on it. Is that right, or was it the other way around?
Yeah, he got me hooked on it, and then my mom got him into it, and he started a youth league so I could start playing.
Oh, nice. Yes, I understand that. I started coaching track for my daughter because track coach quit, and she wanted to keep running. So yeah, that's what parents do. So how long have you been involved in Ultimate?
It's around 6 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how old are you now?
I'm 12.
Oh, that's half your life. So what is the best thing about Ultimate to you? What do you enjoy the most?
I think that I have so many friends that I wouldn't have known if I didn't play Ultimate.
Wow. That's what I got the impression from when I was talking with Emily and Mike, was that, you end up having this huge group of people that love the same thing, and you become really good friends. So how often do you play?
It depends. During the summer I play quite often.
Yeah.
And also we have a spring league, which is like every week during the spring.
Yeah. So are you playing now, or is it off for summer?
Well, we have a camp right now.
Okay. So so tell me about maybe you can tell me about that, Aaron. What you have youth camps?
Yeah, so
camps?
we're actually right in the middle of a youth camp that we've been doing, obviously, because we're both a little sunburned here.
So you just came right from camp, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Thursday and Friday, the last 2 days of camp. It's for 3rd graders through 9th graders. We have about 40 kids this week who have been out there throwing the Frisbee, learning how to play Frisbee. A lot of fun stuff. I'm gonna bring a slip and slide in tomorrow so we can practice.
Hey, that's probably a good day to do it.
It's gonna be really hot. But one of the really cool moves in Ultimate is diving for the disc. It's called a layout, and so we're gonna get the slip and slide in tomorrow and practice those dives in a nice, safe, fun, wet environment.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it.
Have you done that before?
Not on a slip and slide.
That sounds very cool. I'd love to see that. That sounds like I bet the kids will love it, don't you think? Yeah. So is this just the one camp, or do you continue it throughout the summer?
So this is the first one that we've had this summer. We're going to have another one in July, another one in August. July 20th to the 24th, and August 10th to the 14th.
Are they full already? Or?
They're not full,
So,
and they won't fill up probably. I mean, if we have more campers, I'll just have more coaches to come in.
That's the nice thing about having a lot of people involved in this
Exactly,
sport, huh?
and the fact that we don't actually need like soccer goals or football posts or anything, we basically just need a grass field to play Ultimate. So like, as long as there is green space, we can go out and play.
Wow.
So we don't
you
need
don't
to have
really
like
need
a
any
field.
other kind of equipment. I mean, I think Mike was saying that, get a jersey, you have the disc, and what else did he say? Cleats, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like when I started playing, I was barefoot, shirts and skins, just one Frisbee for 20 kids, and it was still a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet it would be. I mean, most everybody's played some Frisbee sometime in their lives, but this takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah, and I mean, when you add in like a little bit more competition and competitiveness, it makes it a lot more fun. And I mean, like Emily and Mike talked about the community aspect too, but like really it is something special and unique to Ultimate. Like the bonds that I've created with people that I've played Ultimate with far outweigh any bond I've had for other sports.
Really? Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure. I think it's just it's kind of like the responsibility of people who are introducing Ultimate to a new person to like get them into that spirit. And really, if like you don't have that kind of inclination towards community, then you probably won't be fit in with Ultimate. And
you kind of like that though, because I mean, it sounds like good
it creates
people.
an awesome environment that you like know you're safe with and have a lot of fun with.
And you don't have referees. You officiate yourself, right?
Right.
So you have to kind of have that bond or trust each other and.
And I mean, that's not to say that there aren't like disagreements on the field, right? And that happens when you have the adrenaline pumping and you're running around a lot. But 99% of the time you'll come off the field and then go talk to that person and be like, oh, okay, like that was my mistake. I did this, or they'll apologize, and you'll just be like, okay, like sweet. That was
I
a nice
like
point.
that. What's the level of competition for you? Do you feel a real sense of competition when you're out there, or is it about that?
Like we have a tournament at the end of our leagues, which is pretty competitive.
Yeah.
This year we got some teams from like other cities.
Oh, nice.
And it was really competitive.
I bet. Yeah. Well, you always got to represent. So you got your own city or your own team. But what about when you lose? Is it okay?
It's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
Like
Good,
not
yeah.
everybody takes it as well as some
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I guess that would be that way in any team. You talked about the summer camps, but you're in the spring league, or you're done with the spring league, right?
Yeah, spring league's over.
But there's a summer league too, is that right? So how does that work? Is that different times than the camps, or how does that work?
Yeah, so Summer League, it's an evening weekday league, so Tuesday, Thursday evenings.
And this is for youth?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 3rd grade through 9th grade again. Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday evenings at a park. Basically, we have all the kids show up the first night, get a bunch of coaches out there. We kind of do like a little clinic, scrimmage kind of thing, and then the coaches all go home and draft up their teams.
Do the 3rd graders play on the same team with the 8th grader?
So actually, it's 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then 6th through 9th.
I feel better about that.
Yeah, I mean, not to say that there aren't better throwers in the 3rd through 5th group, but the size difference kind of makes it a little difficult.
Yeah, a little odd.
But yeah, the coaches go home and draft up the teams, and then you play with those teams throughout the summer league.
So you're in a league, or you will be?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think anybody will draft you? I don't know.
Probably first.
Yeah.
Felix is a baller.
Pretty good? Is he pretty good?
I mean, playing half his life, yeah.
I guess you would be, huh? Yeah. So have you brought a lot of your friends into the league?
I had a group of friends that we played in during one league, but most of them now have like a bunch of things to do, like soccer. So.
And so the older you get, the more stuff there is out there to do. But then you've made new friends.
Yeah.
Right. So okay. What do you think is the most important thing to know about if you're going to become an ultimate player? What do you need to know? Do you have to be in good shape? Do you have to just be a good person? Do you have to be flexible in time? What's an important thing to know?
You just need to like be able to be taught how to throw, and then you're pretty good.
That's it, huh? How about running? You have to. I mean, I was hearing Emily and Mike talking about it's like is it the cutters?
Cutters.
The running.
The running, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like it's as much running as you would get in soccer. Is it, maybe?
Pretty close, yeah.
Pretty close,
I mean, the handlers they do not do as much running.
Yeah.
I mean, and really, you don't have to do any running as a handler sometimes.
Oh, really?
If you can put the Frisbee wherever you want on the field, whenever you want it, then.
Yeah. Are you a cutter, handler?
We don't really have cutters and handlers. We just choose them randomly.
Oh, really? So you can do either one?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's probably a good deal. When you get to be a little more elite, then maybe you have a specialty.
Yep.
Is that
exactly?
how it
Specialization.
Yeah. Well, tell me just a little bit more about the camps. I know we can't say prices on there, but is there a fee for the camps, and would that information be on your website?
Yeah, so it's all on portlandultimate.org. There's a fee for the camps, but something that's really awesome is that we've set up a fund to help serve economically lower families and people.
People can't afford to pay it.
Exactly, right. So yeah, all they have to do is apply for a scholarship, and
that's great.
Practically all the scholarships are submitted and approved.
So where does that money come from?
So it's money that our community has raised through our other events, our tournaments. We just have fundraisers to help make sure that any youth that wants to play Ultimate can.
Wow. Do you know very many kids that play? I mean, besides, like in your school, are there very many kids that play Ultimate?
Not in my school, but there's so many other kids that I don't need to know just the kids at my school.
Well, no, that makes sense. But do you talk about it to other kids, and are they curious about it?
I have some friends that are curious. I don't have much time to talk about it.
That makes sense to me. You're a busy man, huh? What else do we know? We have just a couple minutes left. What else do we know about youth summer camps, or the league, or just being involved in Ultimate?
Well, something that I think is the most important part about Ultimate is the fact that we don't have referees. It's you have to have spirit, right?
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, and so something that I really try and reinforce in my camps and leagues and everything is the spirit of the game. And so that's being honest, having good integrity, not cheating. Because really, if you can do those things, you can play an Ultimate game and have a lot of fun.
You can also grow up to be a good person.
Yeah, exactly, right. And so like I feel like a lot of youth sports, they promote like little tricks that are technically cheating, and really that's like gamesmanship. You're only trying to win the game. And I think there's just a lot more sportsmanship in Ultimate.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds
because
like it.
You realize that you can cheat, but you're going to make the game not fun for pretty much everyone that you're playing and a lot of people on your team too.
Okay, let me ask you one last question about that. What about the parents of the youth? You always have with the Little League parents or the parents, that are all about the winning and,
Yep.
Do you have that? Do you ever see that?
It's a good number of the kids who play Ultimate have parents who play Ultimate, but the parents that come over from different sports, mostly I'll just tell all the parents, no matter what, that they should be cheering from the end zones. So they're a little bit farther away from the action as opposed to the sidelines.
So it's kind of self-monitoring among the spectators as well.
Right. Yeah.
I like that. That's great. That's I think what appeals to a lot of parents who have kind of an aversion to the competitive level of some sports out there. So,
and especially because it's non-contact, no concussions.
That's great. Super. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Being flexible. Felix just kind of come on at the last minute for me there, so I appreciate that. If you want to find out more about Portland Ultimate, check out their website. Check out their summer camps. It sounds like there's room, and if you want your kid, or if you are a kid and want to become involved, that might be the perfect summer sport for you. I'm Monica Weitzel. We'll be back here next week. This is Community Hotline. Thanks for watching.
What local community media is to us is literally our lifeline to what's going on in the lives around us.
The absolute most important thing that happens in your neighborhood.
People's local communities are usually what's most important to them.
Because we're the faces, the smiles, the peoples, and the personalities of the community.
To not only give people a voice, but to have their voice heard.